right after I became an airline stewardess, a friend of mine who had this garden apartment gave me a cocoon for my bedroom. He collects things like that. Insects, caterpillars, and all that. Anyway, it was attached to a twig, and he said one morning I'd wake up to a beautiful butterfly in my bedroom when it hatched. He said when they come out, they're wet and there's this tiny speck of blood, but within an hour they dry off and they're ready to fly. Well, I told him I have a cat, and he said just put it up high somewhere where the cat can't get at it. Which is impossible, right? But what can you do? So anyway, I find this ledge high up where the cat never went, and I woke up the next morning and it was still there. So I figured at least it'd be safe to leave it there. Anyway, about a week later, he calls me up very, very early one morning and says, April, do you have a butterfly this morning? And so I managed to get up and go over and look, and there on the ledge, there was this little wet spot and a tiny speck of blood. But no butterfly. So I pick up the phone to tell this guy, and then I see it underneath the dresser. It was moving just one wing. The cat had got at it, but it was still alive. So I tell him, and he gets so upset with me. He says, oh no, oh God, no. Don't you see that's a life, a living thing? Well, I got dressed and I went to the park and I put it on a rose. It was summer then and it looked like it was going to be okay. Well, I thought so at least. That man, I mean, he really damaged me. You know, it was just awful. He was just cruel. So I got home and I called him back. And I said, listen, I'm a living thing too, you shithead. And I never saw him again.